Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhare Yashoda Nandana Vrajadhanarana Yamunadhira Vanachare Yamunadhira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhare Yashoda Nandana Vrajadhanarana Yashoda Nandana Vrajadhanarana Yamunadhira Vanachare Yamunadhira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhare Yashoda Nandana Vrajadhanarana Yamunadhira Vanachare Yamunadhira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stotra Shadshi Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Goswami Abhay Chanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Grandaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ki Shri Shri Radha Prasad Ki Lalita Vishaka Ki Shri Shri Gaur-Nitai Ki Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga, Jai Shri. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
हरे कृष्णा। जो भक्त लोग हिंदी में अनुवाद सुनना चाहते हैं कहाँ पर जाएंगे? हरे बोल। परिक्रमा मार्ग में, तो कृपा करके परिक्रमा मार्ग में चले जाएं जो हिंदी में अनुवाद सुनना चाहते हैं। धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
So today we are reading from the 6th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, chapter 16. King Citraketu meets the Supreme Lord. Text 30 and 31. We will chant Sanskrit. Yes, they have. Mrinala Gauram Shritivasa Samspurat Mrinala Gauram Shritivasa Samspurat Kirita Keyura Katitra Kankanam Kirita Keyura Katitra Kankanam Prasanna Vaktra Runalochanam Vritam Prasanna Vaktra Runalochanam Vritam Dadarsha Siddhesvara Mangalai Prabhum Dadarsha Siddhesvara Mandalam Prabhum Mrinala Gauram Shritivasa Samspurat Kirita Keyura Katitra Kankanam Prasanna Vaktra Runalochanam Vritam Dadarsa Siddhesvara Mandalai Prabhum Nasa Samspurat Takeyura Katitra Kankanam Siddhivasa samsprat Vakayuraka Citraketu Vaktranuralocanamritam Nishwaranandalaya Prabhu Navayoram Siddhivasa samsprat Citraketu Vaktranuralocanamritam
वैष्णव देवियाँ
Citraketu Citraketu Prasana Vaktranuralocanamritam Sasideswaramaya Prabhu Navayoram Samsprat Word by word translation. Mrinala Gauram, white like the fibers of a lotus. Siddhivasasam, wearing garments of blue silk. Spurat, glittering. Kirita, helmet. Keyura, armlets. Katitra, belt. Kankana, whose bangles. Prasannavaktra, smiling face. Arunalochanam, having reddish eyes. Vritam, surrounded. Dadarsa, he saw. Siddha Ishvara Mandalai, by the most perfect devotees. Prabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Upon reaching the shelter of Lord Shesha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Citraketu saw he was as white as the white fibers of a lotus flower. He was dressed in bluish garments and, and adorned with a brilliantly glittering helmet, armlets, belts, and bangles. His face was smiling, and his eyes were reddish. He was surrounded by such exalted, liberated persons as Sanat Kumara. Text 31. Tadarsanadvasta samasta kilvisha Swasthamalatman karano bhuyam muni Pravriddha bhaktya pranaya shrulochana Prahrishtaroma manad adi purusham. As soon as Maharaja Citraketu saw the Supreme Lord, he was cleansed of all material contamination and situated in his original Krishna consciousness being completely purified. He became silent and grave, and because of love for the Lord, tears fell from his eyes and his hair stood on end. With great devotion and love, he offered his respectful obeisances unto the original personality of Godhead. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON. The word Tadarshana-dvasta samasta kilbisha is very important in this verse. If one regularly sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the temple, one will gradually be disinfected of all material desires simply by visiting the temple and seeing the deity. When one is freed from all the results of sinful activities, one will be purified, and with a healthy mind, completely cleansed, he will increasingly make progress in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. We will repeat the verses. Mrinalagoram Sutivasa Samspurat Kiratakeyura Katitrakam Kanam Prasanna Vaktrarunalochanam Vritam Dadarsha Siddheshwara Mandalai Prabhum. Upon reaching the shelter of the Lord Shesha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Citraketu saw that he was as white as the white fibers of a lotus flower. He was dressed in a bluish garments and adorned with a brilliantly glittering helmet, armlets, belt, and bangles. His face was smiling and his eyes were reddish. He was surrounded by such exalted, liberated persons as Sanat Kumara. Tadarshana-dvasta samasta kilvisha swastha malanatma karanobhyayan muni pravriddha bhaktya pranayashulochana prarishtharama namat adipurusham. As soon as Maharaj Citraketu saw the Supreme Lord, he was cleansed of all material contamination and situated in his original Krishna consciousness, being completely purified. He became silent and grave, and because of love of the Lord, tears fell from his eyes, and his hair stood on end. With great devotion and love, he offered his respectful obeisances to the original personality of Godhead. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutane Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Narati Svavanantikam Vandeham Shri Gura Shri Yudhavada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganara Gunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvekam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Badam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Shah He Krishna Karuna Sindha Dinabana Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gauramgi Radhe Vrindavaneswari Vrishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutane Śrīmad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatyade Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Maharaj Citraketu was doing his sadhana for 7 days. And he achieved the darshan of the Lord. Only 7 days. So his sadhana was very strong. If we would have same desire as Maharaja Citraketu, we would get same result. So Maharaj Citraketu was very determined by the mercy of Narada Muni and Angira Muni. He has got so much spiritual determination that after 7 days he achieved the darshan of the Lord. And we were reading the beautiful description of the form of the Lord. He has Aruna Lochana, his eyes like red like rising sun. Aruna means rising sun. When the sun is rising, it has red color. So Lord Krishna has eyes like a rising sun, the same color. He had beautiful blue silk garments. And he was smiling. He has a glittering helmet, armlets, bangles. It's a very beautiful form. And as soon as Maharaja Citraketu got this darshan, he became purified. Just by seeing this beautiful form of the Lord, he became completely purified. At the same time, we are reading descriptions how the demigods, they are getting the darshan of the Lord and they are not becoming so purified because they have some other desires. When they are doing their worship of the Lord, they have some material desires, so sometimes they are getting the darshan of the Lord, and sometimes the Lord is offering them to immediately go back to Godhead, and they don't want. They have some other ideas. Oh, I have this business to do, and not now. But Maharaj Citraketu was very determined, so he became completely purified. And in his purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that if a person every day is coming to the temple, every day is getting this beautiful darshan of the Lord, Shri Shri Radha Parthasarathi ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki. Just by coming every day for the darshan, the person is becoming purified, Srila Prabhupada is saying. If he is not even doing any other sadhana, if he is only coming every day to the temple, he is becoming purified. The glories of the darshan of the Lord. So we are very fortunate. Every day we can meet the Lord early morning, 4:30 in the morning. We can come to meet the Lord. Once we were traveling to Karoli to get the darshan of Madan Mohan. First we came to Jaipur and we came for the darshan of Govindaji. It was very wonderful darshan. They were singing so intensely prayers to Govindaji, and we came to Gopinath darshan. And it was already evening, and we asked how we can reach Karoli from Jaipur, and they said there is a bus stand somewhere at the end of the city. If you will be 6 p.m. there, so you will get last bus going to Ganganagar, then you have to change the bus at 10 p.m. in Ganganagar, and you will reach at midnight Karoli. We had brahmachari team, so we decided, let's go. So we found this bus stand, the last bus was standing there, we got on the bus. 10 o'clock we came to this Ganga Nagar, and the bus was there to Karoli. We just have to run to get on the bus. And around midnight we came to Karoli. The temple was closed, so we had the sleeping bags. We just put our sleeping bags next to the gate, and the devotees went to sleep, and I was chanting japa, and policeman came and he asked, "What are you doing here?" I said, "We are waiting for Mangalaratik." He said, "Mangalaratik?" And he started to knock on the next gate opposite to the Madan Mohan temple. He was very heavily knocking, and some old man opened the gate, and he told him something, and the man invited us inside. It was a temple of Gopal, opposite to the temple of Madan Mohan, and he allowed us to sleep inside. So 3:30 so for 2-3 hours we took rest, then we took bath, and we went for the darshan of Madan Mohan. And I was amazed how many people were going in the morning for Mangalaratik, like all the inhabitants of Karoli were going inside. It was such a beautiful flow of rivers of people going for the Mangalaratik. So they have so much love for the deities, they want to come for Mangalaratik. They don't want to sleep. It was very beautiful darshan. So many people, big crowd, we were chanting, and then they were distributing these ladus, Mahaprasad from Madan Mohan. So very wonderful darshan. I did not have been for the Mangalarati in Govindaji temple, but I have heard that all city of Jaipur is going for Mangalarati, like huge rivers of people are going from Mangalarati. They are so eager to get the darshan. And also we have description how Lord Chaitanya was running for the darshan of Lord Jagannath. He left devotees near Adharanala bridge. It's a bridge from the side of Bhuvaneshwar. When you are entering Jagannath Puri, there is an old bridge, same bridge is there, Adharanala bridge is there. You can get the darshan of the place where Lord Chaitanya saw the chakra. And he left devotees because they have broken his danda. Lord Nityananda has broken his danda, so he said, now I will not go with you. And he ran with the speed of a wind into the temple of Jagannath, so nobody was able to follow him. Devotees were far behind. And he just ran to the Jagannath temple. He ran to the temple room and he just saw Jagannath and he lost his consciousness because of the ecstasy. He almost fell on the altar. And it was a time to do the offering for the deities. They have to close the gate before the offering, and Lord Chaitanya was lying there, and they were thinking what to do. Huge form of Lord Chaitanya. He was 2 meters high. He was lying down before the deities, and they did not know what to do. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has come there, and he saw that he is alive because he was breathing. He put the cotton near the nose and he saw there is some breathing going on. So he understood that some special ecstasy. So he took some servants and they brought Lord Chaitanya to his house. So this was first darshan of when Lord Chaitanya came to Puri. He just came to ecstasy by seeing the Lord. And there is another description. Every day Lord Chaitanya was coming for the darshan of Lord Jagannath, and he was bringing Mahaprasad to Haridas Thakur, because Haridas Thakur, he was not coming for the darshan, he was just watching chakra on the top. He considered himself very fallen, so he was not going for the darshan, but Lord himself was coming to him. He was so devoted, so surrendered to the role that Lord himself every day was coming to him. So if someone has so much love for the Lord will come himself to the There was another devotee, Bhakta Salabek. So he was so eager to get the darshan of Lord Jagannath, but he was late. He was going to Puri, but he was late. Jagannath Rath Yatra already started and he was late. But Lord Jagannath, he was so eager to see his devotees that he stopped his chariot and he was standing for a few weeks waiting Bhakta Salabek to come. And king started to fast because he was not understanding why Lord is not moving. He was fasting and praying, Lord, what kind of mistake we have committed? Why you don't want to move? And Lord Jagannath said to him that my Bhakta Salabek is coming, so I will not move before he will come. Because he is not allowed in the temple, the only chance for him to see me here, so I will wait him. So king sent his own chariot to get Bhakta Salabek. But he did not know where is Bhakta Salabek, so he sent many chariots in different directions to find out where is this Salabek. So the chariots that went to the side of Vrindavan, they met very shining person chanting and dancing on the road. So he asked, "Are you Bhakta Salabek?" "Yes." "So immediately get on the chariot because Lord Jagannath is waiting for you." So they brought him by king's chariot, and he was so amazed by seeing the Lord, and he chanted many prayers. And then chariot moved forward, and Bhakta Salabek, he decided to stay in that place where he has got the darshan, and to the end of his life he was sitting in this place and doing his bhajan. So when you will come to Puri, you can get the darshan of Bhakta Salabek Samadhi. He was so eager to see the Lord that the Lord was waiting for him for a few weeks. There is another description how disciple of Gauridas Pandit, yes, he was performing a ceremony of Gora Purnima festival. He decided to organize Gora Purnima festival, but he did not inform his guru that he has invited all the senior Vaishnavas from all Bengal, and Gauridas Pandit told him that, "So you did not consult with me, now you have to do your own celebration somewhere, not in the temple. You have to go somewhere, and you invited them, so you celebrate with them Gora Purnima. I will celebrate in the temple." So he was happy. Yes, Guru said that I will have to do it. So he decided to celebrate Gora Purnima on the bank of the Ganga. He invited all the guests, and they started huge kirtan. And the deities were standing in the temple. Lord Chaitanya was thinking, "Kirtan is there, why we are standing here?" So they left from the temple, and Gauridas Pandit came to do the offering to the deities. And he saw that they are not here. So he grabbed stick, and he decided to find where they have gone. And he saw they are dancing in the kirtan. Gornitai were dancing there. So he ran there with a stick, and when Lord Chaitanya, he saw Gauridas Pandit running with a stick, he decided to enter the heart of this devotee. So since that time, this devotee has been famous as Hridoy Chaitanya, the person in whose heart Lord Chaitanya is residing. So much, Lord Chaitanya is so much attracted by kirtan. So he is going out on the street when devotees are going to chant. On the streets, he is joining them. Where Sankirtan Yagya is performed, Lord Chaitanya is always present there. And once devotees were they have conversation with Srila Prabhupada and book distributors. And Srila Prabhupada said, if you will distribute books up to the end of your life, you will personally meet Lord Chaitanya face to face. There is a special blessing from Srila Prabhupada. So there are many descriptions of wonderful darshans when devotees are so eager to see the Lord. Like there is an Anavasara ceremony when Lord Jagannath is based on Snan Purnima. Then for 2 weeks he is not giving darshans, and Lord Chaitanya was feeling so much separation that he was not able to stay in Puri. When Anavasara was started, he was going to, what is the name of this? Alnath. He was going there. For 2 weeks he was staying there because it was impossible for him to be separated from Lord Jagannath. There is a stone that was melted from the body of Lord Chaitanya when he was getting the darshan in Alarnath. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that Alarnath is non-different from the place in Braj where Krishna is hiding from the gopis. Paitha? Paitha. It's non-different from the place, so Lord Chaitanya was going there because Krishna was hiding there. Alarnath is a hidden form of Krishna. Although he has 4 hands, when Lord Chaitanya was coming there, he saw him with 2 hands. And also when Anavasara is finished, there is a day of first darshan. And there is a description of this first day of the darshan, how Lord Chaitanya is running to the temple of Jagannath. And he was standing like a very hungry person, and with his eyes he was just watching the Lord. For all day he was standing for the all day first darshan, up to the time when the gate is closed. He was so eager to see the Lord. So there are many descriptions of beautiful darshans, how devotees are so eager, how they are running to the Lord, to see the Lord. So it's very powerful darshan of the Lord. Very powerful process. We are coming to get the beautiful glance of the Lord, because when the Lord is glancing on us, He is giving us so many blessings. We cannot see Him by our material eyes, but He can see us. And His merciful glance is purifying devotees. So Maharaj Citraketu came and he became purified because the Lord saw him. So we have to be very careful when we are coming to the darshan of the Lord. It's very special. I remember first darshan in Mayapur, 92, when we, after the marathon, the results came, maybe 5 days before Guru Purnima, news came that we became number 1 in the world. And our senior devotees, they said, so top 10 devotees after tomorrow are going to Mayapur. So next day we came to get the passport, because nobody has this foreign passport to go in abroad. So for 1 day we were waiting to get the passport. Next day we bought the tickets and we had a flight to Kolkata. At that time there was Aeroflot flight to Kolkata. So we came directly, yes, to Kolkata. And in the evening we came to Mayapur. It was very amazing scene to see this beautiful city, shining city of Mayapur. And devotees from different parts, they were already waiting because team number 1 is coming. And they immediately brought us to the temple room. They immediately, please come for the darshan. And in Moscow we had the deities of this size, so we did not know that there is huge deities. So when we came to the temple room, we were completely amazed to see huge deities. It was very amazing darshan. And the ceremony was going on. They were doing pran pratishtha for the gopis. They were installing these gopis in 92. So we came for this wonderful festival 2 days before Guru Purnima, and next day we came to Yogapit. There was a meeting of parikramas in Yogapit. At that time parikrama was going 9 days, and they were meeting in Yogapit on Guru Purnima day. It was even more amazing to see so many devotees chanting, dancing in Yogapit. Darshan, it's very special darshan. Darshan is even more special when the kirtan is going on. It's very purifying. You are hearing the holy name and you are seeing the Lord. It's very beautiful. So when we are going on parikramas, we are always going with kirtan, not just running there. Going with kirtan, because we are becoming purified and we are getting more mercy. So this purport is describing the power of darshan, how the person is becoming purified by coming for the darshan every day. We have to be very eager to come for the darshan every day. Then our life will become successful by Krishna's grace if we are following our sadhana, chanting attentively holy name. It's also a form of Krishna. It is described that first darshan is coming through the ears. We are getting opportunity to hear the holy name. It's a very special form of Krishna. Lord Krishna incarnates in this Kali Yuga in holy name. And if we are very attentively hearing with devotion, chanting with devotion, so we are becoming purified and Lord will reveal His form to us. Then He will reveal His qualities, then He will reveal His lila. So our process is chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in Harinam Sankirtan. This Yuga Dharma for this age, how one can attain perfection. So we have to follow this process by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's also darshan when we are hearing the holy name, so we have to be very attentive. We have 2 hours every day for this darshan of hearing the holy name. But also we can spend this time uselessly if we are hearing our mind instead of hearing the holy name, because our mind is not a devotee, and when we are hearing the mind, it's Gramya Katha, yes, it's not spiritual process, hearing the mind. So we have to be very eager to hear the holy name, then Krishna will give us this ability to hear. It's coming from Him. It's not our efforts. We have to make an effort, but we have to understand that Krishna's gift, opportunity to hear with rapt attention, it's coming from Krishna. We have to pray for this opportunity. So Mangalarati, it's our prayer. We are praying, oh my Lord, please allow me to hear your holy name with full attention, to chant your name with full devotion. So we have this opportunity to pray, and then we can take our mala and chant with full attention here. Then if we will, for 2 hours, we will hear the holy name, so our spiritual progress will be like a fast train. But if we are here, our mind, our spiritual progress will be very slow, almost nothing. It's also darshan. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much. Maharaj so beautifully explained the glories of taking darshan of the Lord. It was just a sentence in a purport, and then you gave so many nice pastimes from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Maharaj, it's so purifying to see. There is 2 things, Maharaj. So, first thing is, you explained about the Danda Bhanga Leela, right? That Lord Nityananda broken the sannyas danda of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, if I am not mistaken, if I heard it correctly, this pastime took place in a place called Dandabhanga, which is like half an hour from Jagannath Puri, right?
Yeah.
So, I think in a lecture we discussed about, it's near Atharanala.
It's not far.
It's also far, okay.
It's not so far, yes.
Thank you, Maharaj.
The exact place is unknown. Some say that it was in this river, Bhargavi river, yes. So it's not so far.
And Maharaj, every year, as you mentioned that in 92 you came for the first time in Mayapur. So most of us, we were not even born at that time. So, and we see you, Maharaj, you are such a great example of a humble devotee that every day in Mayapur festival, when we are in Mayapur, so we have a beautiful darshan in Mangalarti of Panchtattva along with you. So you are carrying the ghee lamp of Aarti lamp, and you are offering to all the devotees. So that shows your humility, Maharaj. So how we can imbibe this quality? Like you are a sannyasi, you are setting such a good example. Sometimes it happens with us. I'm talking about myself. We consider ourselves that we feel proud and we don't be we are not humble. So how to imbibe this quality in our life, Maharaj?
First we have to practice so not just we will wait when I become humble. We have to practice like Jananivas Prabhu. He is head pujari, yes, in Mayapur, but he is cleaning toilets. Not to become proud that I am always with the Lord, so I am always in the altar. So he's cleaning toilets. It has to be practiced, not just I will wait when I will become humble. We have to practice this. We have to do some humble service. Then we will become humble after some time. Like one of our god brothers, Agnidhar Prabhu, he left body 2 weeks ago. And he was serving in the temple for 33 years. 33 years. He was very humble. He was pujari. Every day he was doing puja to the deities. He was cooking. Every day he was cooking for devotees. Also, he was cleaning kitchen. If he saw something unclean, immediately he was cleaning. If he saw some garbage, he was bringing out the garbage. Also, 2 days a week, he was going out on Harinam. Even nobody was there, he was going alone. If nobody joined him, he was just going out on the street and chanting. Also, he was distributing books. And 20 years ago, it was a situation that nobody wanted to be temple president. Guru Maharaj told him, you have to become temple president. And when he was temple president, every day he was offering puja, every day he was cooking, every day he was going out on the street to distribute books, and also he was temple president, so that nothing changed because of that. He was so humble. Up to the last days of his presence, he was going out and distributing books, he was cleaning kitchen. He was so humble because he was practicing. He was not just imagining that I am very humble. It has to be practiced. So he was, for a few weeks he was in the hospital, but doctor said only 1 or 2 days left and he will live. So devotees immediately brought him to the temple. Although doctors were protesting, he said, no, his temple, he has to be in the temple, and they brought him to the temple. They started 24-hour kirtan for 3 days, non-stop. They were chanting kirtan, and on the 4th day came blessing from Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj has written that if Krishna will decide that he has to go back to Godhead, let him go. If he will decide that he will have to continue his service, he has to recover him. So, and next day he left the body with the blessings of Guru Maharaj. So he was very humble, although he was senior most devotee in the whole region. Nobody was senior than him, but he was very humble. Any other questions? No more questions? We can stop. Grandhara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Shri Radha Parthasarathi ki, Shri Gornitai ki, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. All glorious to the assembly devotees.